promised I would be on at 8:30, which obviously it is 8:30, and I'm here. So, just gonna wait and see if anyone comes on and chats with us. So basically, I've seen on the weather thing about obviously the next hurricane that's going to hit the US of in Florida. It's quite a big one again, and I don't know how they're going to survive, because obviously they've just had a big hurricane already. So, and they're trying to rebuild already, but I just don't think anything's going to change, because obviously it is hurricane season and it is kind of that kind of weather. Obviously they have had a big one last week, and now they've got another one coming over as well, so it should be hitting them on Saturday, next weekend, because they've gone through enough floods and everything else. I just don't think they're going to be able to rebuild just yet, because obviously it is a bit of you know, I just don't understand what's going on with this weather. It's crazy weather, it's bipolar weather and everything else. I have seen that we have 2 hurricanes coming towards the UK as well. Some people are saying it's not going to be as bad as too bad, but then obviously I'm not being funny, but with the hurricanes the way they are right now, no one knows what's going to happen with these hurricanes. At the end of the day, the last hurricane that has hit the UK was on the in 2017, which obviously we don't remember that, because obviously it couldn't have been too bad of a hurricane. It must have been just like a storm that we just thought it was just a normal storm. But when it comes to where we are warned that we're going to get a hurricane, then obviously we've got to be prepared for these, because, not being funny, but look what's happened in the US. At the end of the day, I send out my prayers to everybody that lives in the US right now. It's very scary, because obviously they have got another one coming over towards them, and it's just been battered. Florida has been completely battered by these storms. You know, 'cause the last one was very, very bad, because obviously there was floods, it's killed people, but obviously the one before that, they didn't have it as bad. But this one recently was a pretty bad one, but then obviously the one that they've got coming to them is pretty big, and it's escalating as well, so it's going to be a big one. Climate change is here now, obviously, because we know, obviously, from what's it called, earthquakes, to waves, to the hurricanes that are getting very, very strong now, and it's, you know, they're just getting stronger and stronger and stronger every single year, and it's something's got to give now, isn't it, really? Because we've got to start listening to Mother Nature, and we've got to start listening to, obviously, people that are telling us. It's a warning, and no one's listening to these warnings. If people are not listening to these warnings, then what is the point of you know, having these weather watches? Because at the end of the day, if the weather watches are there and people are not listening, they're not evacuating quick enough, and they're not leaving their homes, they're not listening to the consequences of what's happening. Because at the end of the day, what is happening now is that they're just getting stuck and there's nowhere to go. They're putting their safety at risk, and it's just scary. So yeah, I don't know what else to kind of say about kind of the rest of the stuff, because at the end of the day, we all know that climate change is happening, and it's just getting worse and worse and worse. So why are we not listening to what the weather is telling us? If the weather is telling us to stop and obviously think about what they're doing, what's it doing, it's just something that obviously we are not listening to the weather, and we're not listening to what they're saying. If we're not listening to what people are saying, then what's the point of having weather watches? If we're having non-weather watches, then yeah, so what is the actual point of everything that's happening, to be honest? Because it's, you know, because I have put on my community tab about obviously the UK's one coming over, and I have put an update of that one as well, and now they're saying there's two going to be collided with the UK. So to be honest, if two are headed our way, we're not going to survive it, because at the end of the day, we can't survive the floods and everything, because the floods at the moment, when we had that tornado watch and everything else, we had floods then, and we had to close the schools, we had to close roads, we had to do everything that we needed to do, because obviously no one could get through. So yeah, it's time to start listening to what the weather people are saying. If they're saying to evacuate your home, do it, because at the end of the day, you don't want to risk everything, and you know, you don't want to risk your families, you don't want to miss, you know, you just don't want to risk it. All my prayers are going out to everybody in the US right now anyway, because obviously what happened with the last hurricane, it was deadly. It wasn't nice, and it was very, very deadly, but obviously people didn't think it was going to be as bad as what it was. But it gets too late when you kind of like don't evacuate, and you don't everything else. You are at harm's risk of, if you don't evacuate, then you don't evacuate, then obviously you're putting yourself at risk of the floods anyway. But yeah, hopefully we're getting prayers for our end, and obviously you guys are getting obviously prayers for obviously the US at the moment yourselves. But yeah, in my channel next week is that I'm going to be obviously decluttering, and I'm going to be organising my kitchen. Basically what's going to be happening is that I'm going to be decluttering my bathroom cupboard upstairs, which I've got loads of stuff in there that hasn't been used for about 2-3 years, and obviously my rule is if you don't use it within the 6 months, get rid of it, because it's just clutter in your home and it's just making more of a mess, because you end up overtopping yourself with more stuff, and that's when you become a hoarder and you keep stuff that you just don't need. And then obviously in my kitchen cupboards I will be doing organisation in my cupboards, because obviously when I go shopping I put it in a bag, and then I take it out of the bag and put it on the side, and then I'll just chuck it into the cupboards, which obviously I do have organisation stuff. It's just easier when you come home, you take it out of the bags and then you put it on the side and you just chuck it into the cupboard, which obviously a lot of people do. But the thing is, when you've got things that you need to organise and make sure that you can just grab it for packed lunches for the morning and stuff like that, it's just a lot easier. Everyone needs an easier life, and everyone just needs to make sure that everything's okay with that. But yeah, either than that, I'm just more concerned obviously about these weather watches and everything else. There's people out, there's UK people out there that chase these things as well, do you know what I mean? And they put themselves at risk to go and chase these things and get pictures and send them off to people and get money for that. It's not worth that, is it? At the end of the day, why would you go out and put yourself at risk of getting just a photo and send it off and get money? It's just not worth it. I know some people want to do it, and I'm not judging the people that do it and everything else, but it's making sure that everyone is safe and making sure that they're warm in their homes and everything else really. But yeah, if you come on and chat with me, then please do share my live, and then obviously we can get people to come on and have a chat and see how we're doing and chat about what we're going to chat about. Obviously Sundays are quite quiet and stuff like that, because some people, they're having like afternoon naps or something like that, or they're having kind of a lunch, or they're having breakfast, or they're just not. Obviously it is 8:30 at night in the UK, and obviously I have come on later because obviously my live earlier I cut off because my daughter wouldn't leave me alone to get a taxi for her. obviously I did come back on live, and then the people that I did have on obviously didn't come back on to watch me. But obviously, you know, we're just gonna hang on, see who prompts on, and then we'll talk about the hurricanes and the any changes of my my channel. Obviously, we are sending a lot of prayers out to make sure that obviously everyone is safe, and we are sending prayers out to the US at the moment to hopefully rebuild, and hopefully this other hurricane is not going to be as bad as what this other one was. If you're coming in, please say hello so I know that the comments are working. If you're coming on, then please do say hello. If you can share this live out. Hi Rabbit, yeah, I came back. I did come back after when I sorted out my daughter, because obviously my daughter was asking me to get her a taxi, and she said she wasn't going to leave me alone until I booked her a taxi to get into town to meet her friends. So yeah. Oh, you're going to do a video of that? I love decluttering videos, and I can't wait to do mine, to be honest. I can't wait to organise my kitchen cupboards as well. I can't wait for it to all be done. Yeah, I think you should, because I you know, the one that you did of the list today, I've actually written down everything that I'm going to be doing obviously each week, and obviously I'll be doing a monthly different clean as well. So it's kind of like, instead of doing it every week, I'm just going to do it. I'm going to do the bits that I need to do at the week in the week, and then I'm going to do the ones in a month. Yeah, it really does. Yeah, because yeah, it does break it down a hell of a lot, because at the end of the day, it's kind of sorry, just bear with me a minute. Sorry about that. One of my boys come down and started a little bit, but here you go. Yeah, definitely. Kids are being kids at the moment, so yeah, being naughty. I go to bed, school in the morning. But yeah, obviously it'd be a weekly weekly clean, and then it's going to be like massive deep one at the end of the month. So obviously it's just going to break it all down, because I can't, to be honest, with me having the children around me quite a lot, and obviously I'm burning out quite quickly, and obviously having some mental health days, and obviously overwhelmed days and stuff like that. I just can't. Yeah, exactly. We just can't keep burning ourselves out. Obviously, if we keep burning ourselves out, then we're just gonna get bored, and we're just gonna end up saying, actually, no, I'm just gonna have a break. Which obviously, this week I ended up having a bit of a break, because obviously I think I've only done a few videos this week. I just couldn't function enough to kind of like get up and do it. Yeah, it was a funny week last week, because obviously I was so overwhelmed, because if it wasn't my house phone, it was my mobile. If it wasn't my mobile, it was somebody at the door. It was just, it was just a hectic week this week, and it was just kind of like, I just sat down on my sofa and I just thought, no, I just need a bit of a breathe out. And then obviously I did have a breathe out, and then obviously I got on and done the single mum video, because obviously you saw my living room. It needed to be done anyway, because obviously my living room was the result of being overwhelmed and having mental health days. But now it's done. It feels so much better. Obviously I decluttered 4 things yesterday. It's in the bin. It's not coming out of that bin, because those cushions were just absolutely bad, rotten. They were coming out, the fluff was coming out of the seams and everything. So I was just like, nah. So I bought some new ones, so they look so much better, and they're more plumpy. You probably one day we will be able to do that, but obviously with me being a single parent, and obviously doing loads of stuff and everything else, and obviously getting overwhelmed with stuff and having meetings with schools and stuff like that, it just doesn't work with me. Obviously I've only just done my kitchen, and now it's like a massive complete mess, because I just haven't done anything at all. I've really just left it. It's really bad. It's just really bad. My children have school uniforms. They don't wear their normal casual clothes. They're not allowed. They've got to have a school uniform on, and it's got to be the school uniform. So, I don't know. When I was a kid, I was in casual clothes. You could wear what you want when you wanted to, and everything else. And when they changed it into school uniform, I thought, oh my god, do you know what I mean? It was just like, I didn't like the fabric, and I didn't like the feeling of the fabrics and everything else. I just didn't agree with me. I don't. But the fabrics now are kind of like, they wear like the woolly clothes, like the I can't remember how to explain it. It's kind of like fleecy. It's like a fleecy fabric, so they still stay warm and they keep cozy and everything else. So yeah. But yeah. Well, what I'm gonna do in the kitchen, I've got to get rid of rubbish, and I've got to get my dishwasher and get the dishes done. Completely get the dishes done, so it's all like they're all put away and ready to be reused, and then obviously within the next couple of days, that's how I work, because obviously I don't get the dishwasher air out every single day. I just get the dishwasher every other day, because I've got enough. Yeah, I do, yeah, because obviously there is 6 of us in this house, but then obviously I do use the paper plates and bowls, and I use paper, obviously, cups. So basically, once they're used, we wash them out and then just put them into the recycling. Yeah, obviously, if I need to clean any of the forks or the knives or the spoons or stuff like that, then obviously I do clean them. Obviously, I do put them in water, and I do wash them. Yeah, I definitely do. You know, I'm not like other people would say, I'm not lazy. um, but yeah, if it does need to be done, then obviously I do put hot water in and soap and stuff like that into a bowl, and then they just go into the bowl, and I leave them to soak for a bit, and then obviously I do come back and I give them a good wash. Yeah, obviously, if I need them, then obviously I do wash them, or I do kind of put my hands in the hot water and just give them a good wash. Um, but yeah, I do have a lot of cups. Obviously, I do drink coffee, so I use those latte ones. I don't know if you use that word in the US, but obviously I use the latte ones and the cappuccino ones. Um, you know, I use those kind of cups, kind of glass cups, which obviously they're for me, and obviously I've got ones for the children as well. So, but yeah, I've got obviously paper cup. I do have paper cups and other things. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I for myself, for my coffees, I usually have two or three coffees a day. So I have 3 cups for me, the glass cups for me, and obviously I do kind of have the small cups for the little ones for when they're at the table, obviously at the table to eat their dinner. Um, and then obviously the adult ones, they have their own. So so yeah, I definitely can't wait until I start my decluttering and everything else, because the stuff that's um in my cupboard upstairs in my bathroom, I haven't used for about 2-3 years, and I'm kind of thinking, actually my rule is, If you haven't used it within 6 months, get rid of it, because you end up being a hoarder and you're keeping everything there. And then you're buying on top of that, so you're making more clutter. To be honest, that is, there's no problem with that, as long as you've got one sheet that is clean, and then when you've got that one off, then you've got another one to put on. Do you know what I mean? It's just something that, yeah, exactly. That's what everybody. Yeah, exactly. No one likes to be overwhelmed. I'm telling you this now. My house was really, really bad. Do you know what I mean? I'm not gonna say examples of really, really bad, because I've already told that person that my rooms were a hell of a lot worse than theirs was. We couldn't see the floor. Do you know what I mean? In my house, you couldn't see anything. You couldn't see the floors. We were trampling on absolutely everything. We were like, yeah, it was horrendous. My house was really, really bad. Yeah, I have come a long way. Obviously, my house can get bad, because obviously having children and me having my mental health days and overwhelmed days and stuff like that, my house can get overwhelmed with, but I do get on and do it, and I have to do it. Do you know what I mean? Otherwise, it will end up going back to where I was before, where I couldn't see the floor and I couldn't clean my floor and everything else. I was in a bad place. I was really in a bad place. It wasn't a good place. Yeah, it wasn't that great at all, to be honest. I was losing weight. I was in a terrible, terrible place. I was at the end of being skin and bone. You could see my ribs, you could see my bones. It was really, really bad. But since lockdown, I have put on my weight, and I have really come so far with my whole life, and with my children. I've kind of got to that point where it's like, no, this is disgusting and you need to sort this out. Because yeah, I wasn't on anything with my mental health, but now I'm getting that support through counselling and therapy, and obviously being on something is a big boost to me, and it helps me. Yeah, I was in a real bad place. You couldn't see my floor. There was food, there was drinks chucked on the floor. There was just absolutely everything all chucked up the floor, and I just didn't have the energy to do it all. Do you know what I mean? 'Cause with mental health and anxieties and stuff like that, it just gets to you, and then you just don't want to do it. But now it's kind of, yeah, my living room was bad a couple of days ago, but now it's done. At least I'm doing something. At least I've done something about it. Do you know what I mean? Because I didn't leave it, and I haven't left it for months. Do you know what I mean? It's not got to that point of where I was years and years ago. So But yeah, I am a bit of a hoarder as well. I do buy things and I overtop myself with too much stuff. Yeah, I do. But I have stopped doing that. I have stopped doing that because at the end of the day, my children are my life and everything else. So basically, I will make sure that my house is up to standards and it has to be how I want it and how I should have it. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. At the end of the day, like I said to you, I do say to myself, you know, if you haven't used it within 6 months, just get rid of it, because it'll be, if you buy something else, it just makes more clutter. It just makes more, you know, more issues. Rabbit, do you mind sharing this out? Because I did share it out, but no one's kind of um, coming on. Because obviously, thank you. It'd be very appreciative if you can, because not a lot of people know that I'm making a difference next week, and then you know, people could benefit watching different things with me. Do you know what I mean? Because obviously, I have done. Exactly, but obviously I'm still kind of new at all this and everything else, so I'm still trying to get subscribers, and I'm still trying to obviously do more videos, see what people like, what they're interested in seeing me doing, and just other things. So I don't want to go live every single day, because obviously probably that's way too much for people to want to see me every single day. But I'll do a couple of lives a week probably, and then obviously I'll do a couple of videos. Which obviously I did ask people earlier if they'd rather me go live and do the decluttering and organisation, or would it be better to do it on videos? What would you recommend? So you think me doing my bathroom cupboard decluttering on a live, do you think that'll work? So do you think my organisation one I should do on a video? yeah, I'm kind of thinking of doing a schedule of a couple of videos a week, but then doing a couple of lives as well. Yeah, I know. It's just obviously, I just don't know. Do you know what I mean? I'm kind of, I'm in two different minds of what people would like to see, because would people come to my lives if I did decluttering, or would they just rather see it on a video? Because they seem to be watching my videos more than they seem to be watching the videos more than the lives, because obviously my lives are very, very quiet, and that's what I mean. Because I've got so many people that go through the browser features, and obviously search YouTube, but they don't seem to. I know, it's just obviously, it's just, I've been, I think I've been doing this about 3 months now, so, but it seems to be really, really, really slow. I don't know how long it took people to like get moderated or anything like that, but there's so many people that like different things, and it's kind of like I'm in the, I'm in the UK. I don't really have many people that you know, I I don't know. Oh really? Wow. Is it because they stopped doing screen, obviously videos, and they stopped doing lives or something like that, and then now they've worked out what they're doing when they're doing it and everything else maybe. Yeah, I know. There's like so many cleaning videos. It's just unbelievable. Like that Ashley Forbes, she, she's got loads of people, and then you've got so many. Do you know what I mean? It's got kind of, yeah, it is. That's the issue. It's everyone's doing cleaning videos, and exactly. Do you know what I mean? There's things that people like to do, but then if there's other things that other people do like as well. Do you know what I mean? But obviously, I just don't know how, because I've been starting to obviously join in with lives and talking to people, and then obviously people are sharing my link and everything else, which obviously people are subscribing from that as well. um but it's kind of finding the people, either they like videos without people talking, or they like people talking in their videos, or they like people talking in the videos, but then having music on with it. It's just something that I've probably just got to get used to and try and work it all out. Yeah, I know. It's just obviously a lot of people do say that, and people do say do you and do whatever you think is right and everything else. But yeah, sometimes I don't want to speak on a video. Do you know what I mean? So I just do the type, obviously the adding of the types, and then just sort all the video out and everything. But I have been told if you do a video, to put in today's video, so that you show what's coming up, and then you do your intro, and then you do the video, which, you know, it's just, you know, I'm trying different things, so that's kind of how it all works, really, isn't it? Because if you don't do different things, then people are not going to know how and what to do, really, isn't it? That's what I'm saying. All the shops videos are so high as well. I'm kind of thinking, well, because I've done a Primark one for my boys, because obviously I bought loads of stuff for my boys, and obviously I did a Primark video for what I bought for my boys for the summer holiday, you know, for the big 6 weeks holiday. But yeah, it was just that got a good couple of people watching that. And then obviously I did my Tesco's one, which obviously a lot of people went for that one. Because I said how much I actually spent in Tesco's as well. Because I think obviously our Tesco's is like your I can't remember what it's called. Walmart? Is it Walmart? Yeah. So basically, our Tesco's is like your Walmart. It's really weird, honestly. What we call kind of big stores here, like Asda, that's like a Walmart as well. You know, Asda, you got Sainsbury's, you got yeah, exactly, because like Saturday's grocery hauls are very popular right now. I do see that on obviously the UK ones. A lot of people do get them watched. Do you know what I mean? But obviously, it's really difficult, really. But yeah, I really just can't wait till I declutter and organise my kitchen, because my kitchen is a wreck. Because sometimes you can't keep up with it all, because you're trying to do one room and then somebody else makes a mess in another room. So I'm just kind of like, well, you just can't keep up with it. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of thinking, is just doing either like the kitchen and the diner together, because obviously my kitchen and diner are together anyway, so I was thinking about just doing them two together, and then obviously doing what I've done in my last video, that long video, and then obviously um, obviously doing upstairs bathroom and the stairway, because I don't do a video in my boys and my girls' room, because they need their privacy, so I don't do videos in their rooms. Yeah, I think a lot of people need that schedule of when they're gonna clean, when they're gonna do that sort of cleaning, when they're gonna do the reset of the cleaning. You know, it just takes time, really, doesn't it? Because like obviously this week coming up, obviously I've got the two big ones coming up, with obviously my decluttering and obviously the organization. um yeah, they're gonna be quite long ones anyway, because obviously I'm gonna be cleaning cleaning my kitchen as I'm going along with organising the cupboards as well. So I think that's probably going to be a big one anyway. So I'll probably just do that one. Um, yeah. What I'm gonna do is probably do because what I was gonna do tomorrow was my boys' room and my girls' room, because obviously those two rooms need to be massively get done massively, um, because I've been organising everything else in my own home and cleaning the other bits of that needs to be done. But obviously, my boys and my girls definitely need to be massively sorted out. But obviously, I might just I don't know. I might do the kitchen one. I don't know. Yeah, I might obviously try and do the kitchen one tomorrow night, so I could do a relaxing kitchen organisation and obviously clean as well. So I might do that one tomorrow evening, when once I've done obviously the boys' room and the girls' room, and then Wednesday I might do the decluttering in the bathroom, in the cupboard in the bathroom. Because the cupboard is gonna be a long video as it is anyway. Because there's quite a lot in there and it needs massively sorting out, massive. Obviously, be upstairs doing it anyway, do you know what I mean? So I'll be showing what I'm getting rid of, where and stuff like that, because, you know, some of the stuff can be like chucked away, or some of the stuff can be actually donated to the charity places. Because obviously there's a place around the back of me, they take in clothes and shoes, bedding, everything, only if it's like not really bad or stained or anything like that. They've just you know, stuff like that. But obviously yeah, it does, it makes you feel good when you've actually done a massive clean and decluttering and just getting rid of absolutely everything. Do you know what I mean? But I am trying to kind of do one thing at a time at the moment, so it's just trying to do that schedule of when I'm going to do it, and if I'm going to do it in the right way of needing to do it. Hello, you okay? Yeah, so basically yeah, I'm in two different minds of when to do my cleanings and obviously my decluttering and everything else on the videos. But I am trying to find out what people are going to want, really, because if people want to see me do it on live, then I'll go live. But I do need that confirmation of people wanting to me doing it live or just doing it on a video. Was you on a full video chat, Karen? Okay, no problem. But yeah, so yeah, we were obviously we were talking. I was talking about obviously the hurricanes, that obviously I'm sending out a lot of prayers to everybody that is affected massively over the US. And I have seen the other one that is heading towards you guys as well. You've already been battered enough. Do you know what I mean? When's these hurricanes just gonna stop? Obviously, they're just getting rougher and tougher, and yeah, it's getting harder. So yeah, and obviously I was explaining that obviously we have 2 hurricanes coming our way to the UK as well. So yeah, I think the weather's just got to that point where it's just it's just crazy out there. It's just absolute nightmare out there at the moment, and obviously it's everywhere. Because about 2 weeks ago we had a tornado watch, and the weather and the thunder and the lightning, it was absolutely horrendous. Yeah, exactly. Do you know what I mean? It's not, um, yeah, it's definitely two heading our way as well. We're going to be battered back by back as well. Do you know what I mean? It's not like just the UK, the US going to be battered by two big ones. It's going to be us as well. So, all yeah, you know, all my prayers go out to everybody in the US at the moment, because obviously you're still trying to rebuild from the weekend's one, which is, you know, ridiculous. And now you've got another one coming over, and I just don't know how you guys are gonna handle another storm surge again. Just don't know. It's difficult. So yeah. If anyone comes on, then please do say hello. It is bad. It's just, it's ridiculous. It's scary enough. Do you know what I mean? It's just, I'm okay with obviously not lightning and thunders and rain and other things. It's just when it comes to where the massive winds come, that's when it gets dangerous, and it gets to everything else. Because obviously, above my house, we have the electric cables, and it obviously affects our internet, and it affects kind of the TVs, and it affects kind of everything. Do you know what I mean? So basically, this is why I'm kind of warning everybody that if I don't go live or I don't get any videos out, then obviously you know that we're being kind of a bit battered by the hurricane, or you know, because I think we're going to have some short outs of power cuts and stuff like that. We're definitely going to have them. Would you like to know anything about me? Because obviously I do live in the UK, and obviously we have different things for different people. Obviously I was talking to Rabbit a minute ago, saying obviously about your Walmart is basically the same as our Tesco's, our Sainsbury's, our Asda, our Waitrose and stuff like that. It's kind of like the same thing. I have five. I have 5 children. Obviously, I've got 2 older ones, and then I've got three younger ones. It is when obviously you're trying to make a house, but then obviously when they make mess of the house, it kind of gets Wow, really? Five's 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 enough for me. I've done my duty of having children. I'm too old for wanting a baby now anyway. I'm too tired of having five. Do you know what I mean? But my energy levels are quite low, stressful. But is there anybody on? I think my internet's playing up and it's saying I don't have anybody on, but obviously I do have people on. So, but yeah, from obviously next week, my channel is going to be changing. Obviously, I'm going to be doing decluttering and organizations in my videos as well. If anyone's got any questions for me, if anyone wants to know about anything from the UK, then please do ask these questions. Right, I'm gonna end my live here. I hope you're gonna be able to join me with my decluttering journey and obviously my organization in my kitchen. Please like, comment and subscribe to my channel, otherwise, and don't forget that notification bell, and hopefully you will be a community in my you'll be welcome into my community. I hope you all stay safe from obviously the next hurricane, and I will hopefully go live sometime next week. And I will see you or speak to you soon. Thank you for watching my my live, and I will see you again another time. Thank you. Bye.